everybody, it's Carmen with Crafting with Carm. It's almost 7 o'clock, and tonight, on tonight's live version, we are going to talk paper pumpkin. This is a kit that you can get in the mail, and you can subscribe to it, and it would come every month. You can turn it off or on as often as you want. You can also, you don't exactly know what's coming in the kit, but you usually get a few sneak peeks or kind of an idea, so you could have time to turn it off. So tonight, I'm going to, trying to get on here so I can see that I'm going live. There's my notifications. So I can see myself. I need to turn down that one so you can't hear it. Okay, so maybe I have this set up right tonight. And I'm going to switch to my hands here. Hopefully you can still hear me. Hope everybody's on. And I'm going to try to watch the feed so I can see if people pop on here, but my iPad is not flipping around. Oh well. Okay, so transition into my hands here, and this is a paper pumpkin box. It comes pre-wrapped, or comes wrapped in some plastic. It would come with your name on it, but so the box itself, sometimes they have a design on them. It doesn't have anything on it, really another name, so you could reuse this for anything you want. And if your son gave you a label maker for Christmas like mine did, you can label your heart's content out of these things. So the first time you get a paper pumpkin, you would get this clear block in the mail that all of the paper pumpkin stamps should fit on. That they've designed it that way, so you just need the one block. Now this is thinner than our normal blocks that we sell, but it is just as good. I like this one for travel. It's thinner, and you can still hold on to it. It's got rounded corners. So, and then you open your box. Now I've already done a few things in the box, but you get a spot, Stampin' Spot in there. This one happens to be Rich Raspberry. I save these for giveaways because I have all the ink pads. But if you're building a collection, this is a great way to build a collection of our inks, because every month you get one ink spot. Sometimes there are some overlaps, but not always, in colors. And these are really good. You can do a lot of different things with these, a lot of different techniques with these. These are good for use on the Stamparatus because they're little. But tonight, so I don't open this one up and destroy it for somebody else, we're going to use my big pad. So then you get a stamp set. And see, he barely he can fit on there corner to corner. He just fits on there. I think this is a little koala bear. Oops, sorry. Just fits on this block, but that is about the biggest stamp you can get for this block. So you get a stamp set. The great thing about these stamp sets is this one says, "Hooray, you're on my mind and get well soon." But at the end of a year or 3 months, if you decide to do a 3-month subscription, you would get a lot of great sentiments that maybe you wouldn't use the bear again, but you can always use the sentiments with some extra paper you have laying around the house. But I think I might be using this cute little koala bear again. So then in this month's kit, we've got some punch outs. So these are really easy. You just take them and punch them out. I'm going to do a complete card from start to finish for you tonight so you can see how easy they are. I might do one of each. I'm not sure. I haven't even looked at the directions for this one, so I'm learning as well as everybody else is tonight. And then cute little koalas down here. Okay, so I have 3 of them punched out. My guess is there are 4 cards of 3 designs, because I've got more of these things, but I'll punch those out later. Then in the plastic came a sheet of dimensionals, so it looks like we're going to use lots of dimensionals. Some envelopes. Ooh, they've got pretty things on the inside of them. I love the envelopes that come with paper pumpkin. trying to set these out of the way. Okay, and then we've got the burgundy card. Oh, and some more embellishments. I'm not sure what those are going to go on yet. This stripe and this. Then this style of card. Oh, I've got stuff going all over the place now. And these. And even more things. So, the next thing I need to do, and then this is a great piece of chipboard if you have something that you need to use it for. I've used these for lots of different things. Mailing stuff, whatever. So now we have the instructions. So the instructions tell me that the colors that go with this are basic gray, calypso coral, cinnamon cider, daffodil delight, rich raspberry, soft seafoam, and white. So if I had those colors, I could use other things. They always give you alternate projects. They show you a picture of what they're going to be. It tells you what you get in the kit. Then on the front, it tells you, oh, sometimes I thought it, oh, here. I'm going to make 12 cards and 12 envelopes. So there are 4 of each of 3 designs. And so I've got a great big picture to see what I'm going to be doing. Then you open it up, and here are my instructions. It says lay out the pieces for each card before beginning to assemble the card. Yeah, well. Stamp the sentiments. Insert the die cut piece into the hand incision of each bear and koala pair. Secure with the dimensional. Attach a die cut piece to the hands of the red panda using a dimensional. Adhere the animals and the stamp labels to the die cut shapes using dimensionals. Adhere die cut shapes to card bases using dimensionals. So everything we're putting together tonight, it says we're going to be using dimensionals, which is why we got the great big sheet. Now sometimes I don't follow the instructions, and I would use my snail, or no, Stamp and Seal, they changed the name, to put them together just so they're not as bulky, because sometimes I just don't like them that way. So let's see what we've got here. Let's do one of each, and then sometimes you get an ad for what's coming up. And I want to, nope, that's not what I want to talk about later. So I'm going to put my instructions over here and put the box aside. And let's see, let's do this one first. So it looks like I need a square piece and a little fox, and then I need, do we want the fox to hold a heart? Sure, we'll have him hold a heart. The best thing about this is if I want him to hold a cupcake or a present, he can hold a cupcake or a present. And I might make some of the other cards different like that. Okay, now he's got Get Well Soon on his little tag. So I've got my stamp. Well, I've got my grid paper out here. I'll show you. You can lay it down on a line so it comes straight. Well, hopefully it comes straight. Okay, so now I need, I'm going with Get Well Soon goes on the shorter one, because it's about the same size as that. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to open my ink pad. These are great kits to do if you've got some kids that are a little bit older and you need some cards, or a grandma and you need something to do when your grandkids come over, or grandpa. They're very simple. Some of the other tools that I recommend having on hand would be scissors, a bone folder, and this is kind of handy sometimes. It's a take your pick tool at Stampin' Up! Sells. It's great for picking up objects and picking up little dimensionals or glue dots that they use a lot in these kits. And then there's also a spatula end. So lots of times when you add rhinestones or something, this might come in handy. But those are not tools you necessarily need to have. It's just kind of handy if you do. Okay, I'm going to set that ink pad out of the way here. So it says all this is on with dimensionals. So I'm going to grab that dimensional sheet. Pull off a dimensional. I think I've got 2 people watching tonight. Thanks for coming and watching. If I could get my... there it says who's watching. Hello, Kimberly, Ward, and Cindy. So I've got 4 dimensionals, 1 in each corner of this striped piece. And if it was humid, I'd teach you how to get the backs off, but those are just pulling right off. And then it looks like this goes about like that. And then I want to put my little fox on. He needs some more dimensionals. I think probably 2 is enough for him. And he's going to go... I'm going to offset him a little bit so my heart's kind of on there. And then dimensionals for my get well soon. Dimensionals are great, just sometimes the post office might charge you a little bit for a poofy card. So sometimes instead of putting my card in the normal way, so there, my card's all done. Sometimes I flip it this way and write a note saying, yeah, I know it's not the right way, but then it gives it kind of a layer, or I always make sure that I put my card in the envelope so that the back side, well, I'm not going to be able to get it in there. Yeah. So that the back side is flat, and sometimes the machines don't need them. Or you can always hand cancel, spend a few extra cents and hand cancel them. Okay, so now the next one, let's go with the big koala bear. So there's really not a lot of stamping. This big koala bear doesn't even, I mean, you could stamp him on the inside or on your envelopes, but really most of the stamping is done for you on this card except for the words. So great thing. So here I'm washing my stamp on a very old ink pad there. I'm going to stick that back up there so I don't lose it. Okay, so now we need the striped card, and we need the, I don't know, bamboo thing, and we need the bear. Oh, and I see now what they're talking about. There's a slit here, so that's where we're going to put the little flowers underneath that slit. So it looks like he's really holding them. How cute is that? Okay, so that's going to go under there like that. We're going to find one of the round pieces, and we're going to get here on my mind. I didn't stick that on there very straight, but that's okay. I'm going to reach up here and get some ink. I think I just got all my fingers inky. Because these are photopolymer, they're clear and I can see right through it. So I can see exactly where I'm going to stamp that, and ta-da, it's in the middle. And I've got ink on my fingers, so pardon me, I'm wiping it on my shirt here. Okay, now it's just to assembly. So, more dimensionals. 1 in each corner should be enough. I know ladies who put some in the middle. They like a lot of dimensionals. I figure 1 in each corner is good. So now hopefully I can get this on there straight. Yeah, they're the same type of pattern. Okay, now my bear. He might need a couple more. We'll put a couple. So what I was going to tell you, except I don't see my notes. Oh, there they are. So we kind of already know what February's kit is going to be. It is going to involve something along with lines of sympathy, and I have put something on my Facebook page this week about it, but you're going to get 9 cards, 3 of each designs, and like I was saying at the beginning, oh here, see, this is where my take the pick tool could come in handy, because now I can't get his hand up. Oop. Let's use the other end. Should have probably stuck the flowers on before I put the thing on there. There. And we'll hold it up like that. See? Great tool. Okay. Anyway, so I've posted it on my Facebook page, which it's 9 cards. And if you prepay for 3 months worth of these paper pumpkins, so you'd already know it, you're kind of getting in February, and then you'd get February, March, and April. Last April, it was a really cute set with some rain boots, I do believe, and I think that was April's set last year. And anyway, you prepay for 3 months, and then you can get a free celebration item, because celebration's going to the end of February. And this kit, they've already told us, coordinates with Flower and Field Designer Series paper, which is a free celebration item. So you get the 3 months prepaid paper pumpkin. Ooh, that's a lot of peas. And then you get the free paper, and your extra items, then your supplies that are extra, you can use that Designer Series paper and the stamp set you get and make even more cards. You saw me, I kind of moved that dimensional because it was right on top of the bear, and I wanted this to be the same level as the bear, so I needed to move that dimensional. And this one's kind of on both too, but I think it'll be fine. I wanted to move them so they were all, I need to move that one over just a tad. Sometimes it's better to put your dimensionals on the project and then stick your thing down through, because I didn't want an extra layer, like that one's hanging off a little bit. I don't know if I can get that one back off. Maybe. Cross your fingers. There. I didn't want it hanging over, because then it'd give me, it wouldn't be all on the same level. So now I've got it all on the same level. So now we have card 2. So we've been on 17 minutes and I've talked and made 2 cards. And we've got the last one to go. Now, if I would be doing these myself, I'd have an assembly line and wouldn't do them all by themselves. So this one goes this way. We need the circle piece. And I think I'm just going to go off grid here and use my Stampin' Seal to show you how you don't have to use all the dimensionals that they tell you to use. It's just that they tell you when you purchase the kits that the adhesive comes with it. So that's why they gave us all the dimensionals. But if you have some other adhesive around your house, you don't have to follow the directions. Okay, so here, the hands. We're going to tuck the cupcake now under the hands of the koala. And I'm going to secure that. I'm going to put dimensional right there and there. I'm not going to add another dimension. So that's all going to be the same dimension. And I think that's what the instructions told me to do. So I'm going to make sure to hold that in. I'm going to put a dimensional, barely fits, right there. So it holds both of those pieces together. And I'll just stick one on, maybe 2, on the cute little koalas. I love koala bears. Okay, so get those off. Here's the tip for the take the. If you push them down in the middle, then it's really easy to get those off. Especially if it's humid outside, but right now it's not humid. My lovely son and husband have built me an awesome fire. It's probably like, I don't know, 75, 80 degrees in my basement. It's awesome. So now I got the cute little koalas and we need some words. So the last words in the set are hooray. We're going to grab those. We're going to get the longer. And if you had a happy birthday stamp and wanted to put happy birthday on it, that would be great too. But we're just going to do, I put that a little low because in the picture you can see that. That's okay. It's mine. That means I can do with it what I want. Down. Get it straight. Ink this up. Keep my fingers out of ink this time. And this, I'm going to be brave here. Hooray! Now I'm going to stick this on. I think I'm just going to stick this on the Stampin' Seal too. Just let my koalas be the stars. I think I'm going to tuck it under them. So it looks like they're kind of sitting on something. I have a problem with things floating. So there you go, 3 cards. So you'd make, if my math is correct, 9 more. Easy peasy, as my coworker says. So you got all of these. That took me 21 minutes, and I was talking as I was going, and I pulled everything off. So in an hour, easy, you can have all of those done. Let me switch back to my face here. So yeah, hour, you could definitely have all 12 of those cards done. And the kits are, if you prepay, it's $63 for 3 months. You get, so that's $21 a kit. So that'd be 12 cards for $21. And you get to keep the stamp set and all the extra supplies. Now this month, it doesn't look like there's extra supplies in this kit. Some months there are, some months there are not. Some months there's tons of extra stuff. But this month, it doesn't look like there's extra, but you have the stamp set and the ink spot that you can continue using for all your projects. So just thought I'd throw that out there. If anybody's interested, let me know. You can always reach out to me. I hope you had a great time tonight watching. Hey, I actually have a couple more people watching, including my kid. So have a great night. See you next week.